Welcome back to the range. So this morning I've got another probate gun just come in. It actually came in with 20 guns from a collector. And this is quite interesting. It's the first one we've ever had in the shop. This is the Carl Gustaf Swedish Mauser 6x5 by 55 caliber. The Mauser action, okay. And this was a military weapon made between 1941 and 45, I think it was. This particular version is the 1945. So what's that, about 80 odd years old. We're going to fire this in the range in a moment, and it's very interesting. So it's got the full stock. It's an open sight weapon. This one has the original open sights with the turnable adjustment here to raise and lower the sight. These came out of the factory zeroed for 100 meters. This particular one has somebody's drilled in to the gun here to put in on a scope, and there's just the screws remaining there. We're going to fire at open sights. A couple of things with this gun, quite interesting. So the bolt, as you push the bolt forward, okay, it's quite stiff, and that actually brings out this action here, which is your firing pin. It's different from the later versions of the same action, which we see on a lot of the guns we have. So nice trigger on this, very crisp trigger. Once the magazine's empty, you can't push the bolt forward. Okay, so you know it's empty once that stops cycling. This one, I don't know how many rounds it takes. We'll find that out shortly when we start loading it. It's a very nice conditioned weapon, this one. We're in Zambia, so hard to say how this got here and where it came from. But hopefully it works and doesn't blow up. One of the interesting things about this gun is this plate here. Now what this plate signifies is the condition of the weapon. It's like a proof plate. And every time this gun would go back to the workshop, this proof plate would be replaced after the gun's been tested, and they'd put the condition of the gun onto this little plate by marking on the digits. And this particular gun is in very good condition according to the plate, but of course it may have been fired a lot since the plate was renewed, which would be in the military. Subsequently, we don't know what's happened to this particular weapon. But very interesting. I've never seen this before. In a military guise, once this plate went, as it went through its lifespan, the plate would show how old it is and the condition, and eventually the gun would be retired. So we're going to give this a shot, see if we can, how we do. It's only 20-meter range we've got here. This is not usually the weapon we fire in this range, or the type of weapon. I think what we're going to do is, I'm quite keen to take this hunting, and maybe we'll shoot a crocodile or a bush pig in the next few weeks with this gun. It'll be very interesting. Now let's look at the ammunition. That's the ammo there, if you can see that. A very long, slim, tapered head. Similar size to, reminds me of a 243 bullet, that actually. Similar type of size, and we'll do a comparison for you on the video. And we'll put it next to a 270 and a 30-06 and a 243, so you can see the comparison. Right, so we're going to fire this and fire 3 rounds and see if we can get a decent grouping with it. I've just loaded the magazine and tested it. So this magazine takes 5 rounds. I've actually taken a couple out, so I'll only be firing 3 rounds in this weapon, just to see on the target how accurate we can get it freehand with these open sights. We've never fired this before, so I'm looking forward to this, but a little apprehensive because it's a very old gun. Okay, so that's our first round. That's a very, very loud percussion in this range. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and have a look at the target and actually see where that went to see if I can see how I can adjust. So let's run down to the target. That's just 1 round, and let's see how we did with that one. So we fired 1 round through the Mauser, aiming for the bull, and that's where we got it there. What I'm going to do is fire 2 more rounds, again aiming for the bull, and they should, hopefully we'll get here within a centimetre or 2. So let's go and give that a go. Okay, that's 3 rounds. I'll take all these earplugs out. And right, let's go and see how we did. Okay, so there's our 3 rounds. We're looking at about a 2-inch group. Not particularly great. I've never fired that gun before. I think a bit of practice, I'd get a lot better. What we're going to do, we're going to take that gun out on the range, the 100-meter range outdoors. Try and get the open sights on point so we know where we're shooting. And then we're going to take it hunting, maybe shoot a crocodile or impala or something. It'd be really interesting. So there it is, my first shot ever with that type of military weapon. It's very interesting to fire. Very little recoil, but lots of noise.